Hi, my name is Manny Sarmiento. I'm the president of the Doral Chamber of Commerce. The purpose of this video today is to show you how to run an expo. Expos are a fantastic tool for branding and lead collection. Now the problem is many business owners are afraid or just don't know how this is done. It's a mystique to a lot of business owners. So I'm going to simplify it for you. Here are the steps. Number one is you need a checklist. Well, why a checklist? As a promoter, we need a checklist so that we don't forget. So we have all the steps and all the supplies and all the personnel are there when they're supposed to be there. Now you have three types of checklists you need to have, or at least one with all three steps. Number one is preparation for the expo. Number two is during the expo, and number three is post-expo. That's probably sometimes the most important one because you don't want to leave your cameras or your equipment or your electrical cords behind. So prepare a checklist, have all the tools and all the items you're supposed to have, the people who are going to be at the expo and they're going to help you run the expo, and what their responsibilities are. During the expo, there's got to be a checklist, especially for your personnel, to understand that one of the biggest things is collecting leads and talking to people. One of the worst things you can do is just sit behind a table, but we're going to get to that in a couple minutes. The number one responsibility of yours at an expo is to collect leads. There's two things, main things for an expo, purpose of an expo is one is collection of leads, and number two is the brand. So the brand can be created utilizing simple tools such as these stand-up banners that can cost between $150 and $250, or a full-fledged display, which can cost you in the realm of a couple $1,000s, but don't let that stop you. Now you can have a tablecloth that's branded too. This one isn't branded. And then your collateral material or your giveaways are extremely important. The table layout must be kept clean. Don't have a mess on your table. Don't lay out your personal stuff or be having your lunch on the table, because that's just not very professional. Your collateral material needs to be nice printed material, but please do me a favor, make sure that it's branded. What you want with this is what's called a top of mind awareness tool. Print something that people are going to get using every day and keep in their drawers or in front of them. Okay, these are fantastic post-it notes. But of course, you wouldn't want to have a barbecue cleaner unless you're in an outdoor show, of course, because people will only use that once or twice a year. So you want materials that people are going to keep and remember you by. Everything should have your brand, your logo, and your brand on it, and preferably your URL or your contact information. All right, your business cards are very important, and collecting those business cards is also extremely important. So why would I drop off a business card on your bowl? Well, biggest reason I would drop a business card in your bowl is because you have a giveaway. So create some kind of giveaway. Some of the expo promoters will actually require that you have a giveaway at the expo, but they'll do it at the beginning or at the end of the show. So you want to have your own collection of these business cards and your own raffle, preferably at the end. Don't make it necessary for them to be there because they're not going to be there, okay? And that's going to might lead them to not give you their business card. All right, so what about getting back to branding? Brochures, giveaways, business cards are very important. Now, talking about business cards, when you collect that business card, it's very important that if you actually engage, which is what you're supposed to do, and the easiest way to engage is to ask questions. Get to know that individual. And once you finish the conversation with them and they're walking away, preferably, hopefully you have their business card, you're going to write a note on the back of your card, on the back of their card. It's just a note for yourself to understand when you get back to your office what you spoke to that person about. Because you're going to collect 50, 100, 1,000 cards. You're going to get back to the office and hopefully you'll do something about them. We'll talk about that in a few minutes. But what did you talk to this person about? If you make notes on the back, you'll know whether it's a potential lead or not. All right, speaking of the follow-up, of course, have plenty of collateral material. You've got to gauge yourself according to how long the expo is, whether it's just a few hours or whether it's a few days. You have to have plenty of collateral material. Don't spread everything out on the table. Okay, like I said, very important to keep neat, all right, and have your branding out here. Now, after you collect business cards and the show is over, it's extremely important that you follow up immediately. That means not a week from now, not 3 days from now, not a month from now, immediately. There are tools like Card Scan and other devices that will scan the cards and put it into your database for you. There's also phone apps that will do that for you. They'll scan the card. It's important that you follow up. The easiest thing to do is an email. thanking them for having met them. Don't push your sales, don't push your marketing upon them when you send them that thank you note. Just thank them. And then, of course, you have your marketing or sales process, whether that's following up on your leads, and then having someone or yourself making those personal phone calls and making those appointments and getting those sales. Expos are a great tool to grow your business. The return on investment, especially with expos, where some of the fees are as low as $150 or $300, it's tremendous return, very positive return on investment. Highly suggest you do that. I appreciate your time today. My name again is Manny Sarmiento, President of Doral Chamber of Commerce. Thank you.